Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and how are you all doing? We are back on the Sean Atwood channel with myself, Ron Swanson, and we are joined with the wonderful Shane today. I'm sure our other panel members will be rotating in and out, but I hope everyone is doing well. We have changed the name of the Daily Show to RQDaily or RQDaily from Daily News Flash. So, that's something for you all to adjust to. And I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. And I hope you're ready for today, because today is going to be another massive day of shows here on the Sean Atwood channel. Of course, we have the Daily Show, and then coming up after that, we've got some updates and Diddy headlines. And then we are on to the massive live stream with Sean Atwood and Tony Busby, the lawyer of 120 of Diddy's victims. This is a straight interview. This is a legitimate interview. This isn't, reading some headlines that contain Tony. This is a live stream with the lawyer himself. And it's very, 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 very exciting. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you like, make sure you share. We're going to be jumping into today's stories just very, very soon. But the headlines are the headlines this morning, and that's what we're going to be touching on. But before we do that, Shane, how are you? How has life been treating you? How are you getting on today? How was your weekend? Smash like button, of course, everybody. But how are you keeping, brother?
Absolutely magnificent, sir. Tired, but other than that, I've had a good morning and enjoyed chit-chatting with you at 4 o'clock this morning, my time. So it was amazing. But yeah, good times.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. It's and here's the wonderful Queenie joining us. How are you, Queenie? Good morning. Good afternoon, even.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Chick?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, well, I've just been informed that we are getting Beverly the Psychic Part 2 is coming to the Sean Atwood channel. Judging by the thumb request that has just come from the boss man. So I'm excited for that, because that was an awesome interview. Did you get a chance to see it? Oh my God, Queenie, did you see the Sean Atwood Diddy live stream all about the vodka and your theory with the vodkas?
Listen, I told you guys, I'm on this thing. I'm telling you, I'm on it.
Queenie's on point.
I'm on it.
Damn, I was like, Queenie had said this, man. Queenie was like, nah, it's got something to do with Ciroc or there's some tequila company. And yeah, you were saying that for
you were saying that for
you really were.
I agree. The thing is, whenever you go up against these giants, make sure you have to, as while I was growing up, they said if you're in a hole, make sure you dig two. So he wasn't digging one for himself. He was just digging theirs. Did not know that they have a giant one to just open up and chuck him in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just wanted to give you your props on that, because I think Ciroc's vodka. I think it is, yeah. I might be wrong. I often am.
I don't know what it is, but it's some alcohol thing. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, but again, as you say, when you said these giants, or what, I can't forget the terminology you used, you're talking about these brands, these huge mega corporations.
Yeah,
right?
And these are all money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. It's billions and billions. The fancy beverage is serious money.
And it's a part of a distraction strategy as well, to bring it up right now when an election is supposed to be had next month, and their man-made hurricane to mess up the play. Listen, this is crazy. We're living in crazy times.
Yeah.
Crazy times.
I don't know if we are. I think it's always been this crazy. I just think this is possibly the biggest case since the Man on the Island, where we've been in such a digital world. I think even now people are even more attuned to the internet than when the Man on the Island was caught. I think there's just so much traction on this, Queenie. And I think
you've got a point, Ron, because the world has been like this for the longest. It wasn't open up to everyone's eyes. That's the problem. Hence why they want to shut down back the internet, because it's coming to everyone's attention. It was hidden for so long, and they could control the narrative. Hence why mainstream media, even in the US, isn't talking about the hurricane recently. Certain thing isn't being. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
you
wild. It's
smashed it.
wild.
You smashed it out of the park. But look, how was your weekend? Before we dive into these headlines, how was your weekend? Anything to report? Is your
My
kitchen,
weekend.
have you willed your kitchen into existence yet?
No, I'm thinking I'm gonna do a GoFundMe.
Oh, stop.
Everyone loves a GoFundMe. Nah, you'll get there, man. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Oh no, I
So
haven't willed anything together. It's still the bloody same.
you got this. Just Google it, man. I'm telling you. It can't be that difficult. It's just wood Lego. Do you know what I mean?
No, Ron, it's to go on the walls, and they're all fitted. I'm gonna take a picture of my cupboards and show you. They're all fitted up already. I just don't know how to get them on the bloody walls. I don't know what to do.
Hammer
Yeah.
nails. Hammer nails.
Screws in that. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out, mate. We'll find a tutorial. There's a tutorial for everything. So a couple of things we're going to be talking about today. Obviously, Diddy's mum, she broke her silence. We're going to have a look at other times where alleged cabals or ritualistic groups that have got tendencies with the red-skinned, horny, goat-legged man, and what happens when these groups are sort of running amok, the amount of devastation that they can cause. And we'll be talking about a couple of wee points towards the end. We've got some clips and some videos to go through, and of course everything starts off with the headlines this morning, where Diddy's mother released her statement. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be. Before we read this, Shane, what's your reaction to that headline, first of all?
I mean, Ted Bundy's mother said the same thing. I mean, every mother is going to have a less realistic picture of
Sure.
their child unless the evidence has been completely thrown in front of their face. And right now, it has not been yet. Everything is alleged, until it ends up in court and everything's brought out and she sees him for what he really is.
Well, here's the thing. What about, in one hand, we've got the fact that Ted Bundy's mother was never with him doing any killings, right? And on this hand, there's allegations where Diddy's mum was an active participant at his freak-off parties.
Well, an active participant as far as being
Allegedly.
entertainment and hanging out with friends and all. I don't think she was there for the freak-offs at 2:00 in the morning.
I don't know.
No, she was the one passing out the baby lotion.
I don't think you're correct, Shane.
Shane,
I
I
don't
don't know.
think you're correct.
So you all think that Mama Diddy was at the freak-off party?
Oh,
Ugh.
I think Mama Diddy trained him very well.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. It's one of them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them, mate. Because
my God.
we're gonna read this headline, then we're gonna watch a video, and then we'll see where we're at. Yeah. I think that's a very good idea, Butterfly Lady. I think that is a very, very good idea. In fact, I may start that tomorrow. I think that's what we'll do tomorrow. We'll fire up the old dark web machine and we'll go and see what is on
please not.
the dark web with regards to Diddy.
Ron, I don't know if you realize that apparently the list has been out with names. It's been out. Have you got it?
No, I'll go and have a look for it. It can't be that. If it's on the dark web, it's not going to be that difficult to find.
It's out, and apparently, the Clintons are on there allegedly. Oprah, a few. I was watching something earlier, and the guy he was trying to find it because he said he got it, but he's not 100% well at the moment, so he doesn't remember where he's put it on his computer.
He doesn't remember where he's put the Diddy list of names on his computer.
Yeah, he's an old little fogey. He's an old no. He's an old fogey. He's an old fogey, and he's not well at the moment. No.
Yeah, you don't just misplace the Diddy list.
Is this just a guest list or a participant list?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know.
I'm with you.
I don't know. It
Yeah, I
could
mean,
be any one of the lists.
well, here's the thing, right? We've got it, we've got to use we've got to use our brains, right? I mean, it would be very easy to put a lot of fake lists out there, and I imagine Google's a little easier to kind of clean up with regards to fakery, whereas the dark web's
Oh,
rife.
definitely.
So
Definitely.
I tell you what, though, I used to do a series where I done dark web live and all this kind of stuff, and it's quite easy to do when you have the amount of computers that I have. So I think what I'll do is I'll maybe go and set up the stuff required on the laptop so that we can have the main computer system all running here, and then I can be running the dark web off the laptop here, and then I'll feed it into the broadcast system so that we can cut between it, and I can present stuff for you, because that's easy peasy. Easy
Yeah.
peasy. And we can maybe do a whole series searching for Diddy's list on the dark web. Do you know what I mean? Put a one in the side chat if that sounds like something you would like to see. Okay.
Oh
We can
dear.
Here you go.
So okay, let's jump into this first headline, and once again I just want to say thank you everyone for being here. Please like and subscribe, please give us a share, and let's get into this, because obviously, as Shane said, it doesn't surprise us all that, you know, Diddy's mum's coming to her son's defense. Now, whereas Shane's point was based off of a mother's love and unconditional love, we're kind of taking it from the angle that she kind of knew and was kind of there. So let's see where we go with this. And of course, here is the lady herself, Janice Combs. Diddy's mother, Janice Combs, has released a statement defending her son amid the sexual assault and trafficking allegations. I also just want to say, I do believe her main points are to focus on the justice system, from what I've heard. So we'll see if that turns out to be the case. Combs wrote that she is profoundly saddened by the public lynching and is heartbroken over how people are choosing to believe the narratives about Diddy. My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things, such as denying he has ever gotten violent with his ex-girlfriend when the hotel surveillance showed otherwise. Combs wrote regarding the footage of her son attacking Cassie in the hotel hallway was released last summer. Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truly is outside the norm is too complicated to believe, she added. She continued, it is important to recognize that none of us, regardless of our status, are immune to fear or mistakes. Not being entirely straightforward about one issue does not mean that my son is guilty of the repulsive allegations and the grave charges leveled against him. Many individuals who were wrongfully convicted are later exonerated, had their freedom taken from them, not because they were guilty of the crimes, but because of the crimes they were accused of, but because they didn't fit the image of what society considered to be a good person. I mean, we're talking about charges of forced human transportation and forced human adult services. All right, let's keep it in. We're not talking about like, oh, you know, I built my fence 4 inches too off to the side into my neighbor's property line. Like, there's mistakes, and then there's lies, and then there's massive lies and out of court payoffs to, you know, cover up the fact that your son booted a woman up and down a hallway. And I mean, it wasn't even, it was so unbelievably violent. What that video, it was unbelievable. It really was.
Yeah, it was.
That ain't a day one of being a wife beater video. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that is a career level of like untouchable insanity going on in Diddy's head. Do you know what I mean? It's wild. Combs explained.
You can see the skillfulness of his work, how skillful he was.
Yeah, skillful, and also how he covered it up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm feeling he's got like a black duffel bag with about 100K in cash in it, just in case everywhere he goes. Just in case. It's kickoff money. You know what I'm saying? All right, anyway. Combs explained that she won't forget the jokes that people are making while her son's life is crumbling. Good, I hope you don't. For everyone to witness. According to Combs, the lies that people have said about Diddy are not for justice, but instead for financial gain. She also asked supporters of fans and colleagues and the public to be fair and hear Diddy's side before passing judgment, stating he is not the monster they've painted him out to be. Well, if that isn't the most mum response I have heard from, I mean, that is such a template for a mum's response. So
it's Marilyn Monroe.
wow, nice little bit of wit there. Right, okay, so let's jump into this. Let's process what we've just read. Queenie, are you surprised? What's your reaction to that?
Oh
Tell
no,
us.
I'm not surprised. That's what mothers do. You know, you can have the ugliest baby in the world and tell everyone how sweet your baby is. So it's that scenario. So I don't know.
Yeah, okay. But do you not think that really only applies if she's not tested, like if she's not witness to crime? Because I completely agree with you and Shane with that sort of mindset.
No, not necessarily. Because no matter how bad your family is, if you love your family, you're gonna love them regardless. So and she's a mom. She's not just like an aunt or a cousin. She's his mom. So I totally understand that. Um, yeah, I totally understand what she's saying. Not to say that he's her son. She felt pain. She carried him for, I don't know if he was a full-term child or what, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's what moms do no matter what. But I still believe that whatever he is today, I believe she's a part of it. That's just my belief. So
I think
she
he came
she
out early.
can't she can't literally even look herself in the eye to say, "Oh my God, I really did this to my child," because
Mhm.
if if that realization had ever come to her brain, she
Yeah.
would feel extremely sadness for her grandchildren who are now caught up in this drama.
Okay, here we go. So she doesn't know anything she doesn't want to know. I've seen mothers and fathers like her before, says Robin White. What do you think of that, Queenie?
Well, I can believe stuff like that you don't know really what your children are doing. I can agree to some extent, but to be at parties where he's at and both of them sitting down, rehydrating together, she's wearing her white nail polish that he loves, then he's kissing her on the mouth and saying how when she bent over, how far she can touch the ground and all these stuff. Come on now.
Yeah. Okay. And same to you, Shane. Any more comments before I jump on to the next like shocking part of this?
I didn't know she could touch the floor with her hands like that. Really? Huh.
Oh yes.
No, I really never delved that deep into anything about his mom. This is really the first I've heard of her.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, just from the way she's accepting of this, the him dragging Cassie down the hall. It sounds like he came from an abusive home as it is. That there's some normalcy in what he's doing. That's why she's taking up for him as much as she is.
Interesting.
Where there's no shock factor. You know what I mean? It's
That
like she's
boy
expecting
smack
it back.
his mom. He smacked her openly as well.
Well,
There's
that's
a
what I say. It's
video
it's something
many
that
years ago
yeah,
where
that's
he bitch
basically part of
slapped her.
the household, the way that he was raised, and the way she raised him.
Yeah.
Eh,
Or
Okay.
not that she raised him. I mean, it could have been a father figure or lack of
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
father
Yeah.
figure. I mean,
I'm with you.
something.
Yeah. You're. I get what you're saying. All right. Let's take a look at this clip. I think we all know this clip. But I
Oh,
think so. When we hear, so the reason I'm showing this is we've heard the mother's statement, and it's very easy for people who are late to this or have just woken up from a massive slumber for the last month to sort of think, oh, okay, well, it's just a mother defending her son, right? Well, right, but there's a little bit more meat to the bone, and this is the video I think that everyone is questioning. So let's check it out.
My mom's gorgeous. Let me introduce you to my mom. Called Mom Dukes.
Hi. You say my mom is gorgeous.
Listen him out, Ron. Listen to everything he's saying here. It is perverted.
Yeah, let me listen.
Yeah, my mom's gorgeous. Let me introduce you to my mom. Called Mom Dukes. Hi. She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating.
She's getting a drip. Hi.
Let me see those nails. Let me see those nails. Hang on. Those are white painted nails, man. Damn. Hi. Wow, this is wild, man. This is wild.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Mom?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
Nah, mate. Nah. Stop it. Oh, nah.
Mom, freshly dipped though.
Oh my God! There's the nails again, people. Oh, listen, I'm not being funny, but see things like that. See when you see an unnecessary moment of camera work, you have to assume that is for somebody who has inside knowledge we don't, right? That's not for us, the regular person. That's sending a message to other people, right? That is the people who know the know, right? You know what that means, right?
I was trying to show you. Yeah, my mom's is single. Mom's is single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single. Me and my mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. And she's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world.
It will be. Especially with me.
I don't even want to get started if she was doing that. We're not doing that.
How many people would have went missing from the cast of the show where they're trying to find Diddy's mama partner, making widows? The widow
yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom Duke know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. Outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. For real. It's my dog. You know.
Wait.
Me to strip club. I don't care. Mom Duke know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. Outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. Shane. Do you remember when you were like, oh man, I can't, I'm got this wheelchair now. I don't know how I'm going to take my mom to the strip club. You were really upset that was a massive part of your life that couldn't be done anymore, right? Because it's such a normal activity, right, Shane? Right?
Well, yeah, but wasn't she a stripper? Didn't she work in a strip club?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah, real. It's my dog. I want to live life. We out here moving and grooving. My mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms.
All right. Queenie.
Aloha.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I did not just hear that.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms. Flat.
Oh, all right.
Pew, pew, pew.
Queenie.
Yep.
What was that? What was that bit at the end?
The woman is flexible. He's telling you guys his mom is flexible.
Okay.
He said,
I
what?
mean, listen, all jokes aside, right? Because we could sit here and bust chops about this that is endless chop busting material, right? But when we have a woman who is sitting with her son, happy for her son to say such things like they've been to strip clubs together, that her mum is flexible, she's single, she can bend over and touch the ground with her hands. Wait the now. Let me just interrupt this broadcast while I smooch my mum on the lips. Thank you very much. Quick show of her contribution to the Diddy parties by her following in line with the uniform with her white nails there. Fabulous camera work. How then can we then sit back and assume that her response is anything less than a guilty by not guilty by association, but guilty by being part of the crime damage control response? I mean, that's how I feel about it. What do you think, Queenie, after all of this has sort of been processed? This clip, the headlines from today, how are you feeling about it now?
Well, for me personally, she knows everything. This is the way he was raised. Let me tell you what I think in my head. I'm thinking that she was a single parent. His dad was possibly some gangbanger. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just assuming here. I don't know people. It's just all alleged. I don't know. And he probably passed away by some gang related stuff. Maybe at that time they were running some illegal, nefarious things, selling and probably having some girls running the show as well. So he's seen some stuff and he's joined in some stuff. She's let him participate in stuff. So yeah.
I think you're right on both counts here of your analysis, Sarah. Queenie is very knowledgeable and she is Jamaican. So congratulations. That was your 2 for 2 there. Congratulations. But I agree. It's one of those ones, Queenie, because I don't think anyone who's as close to Diddy as Diddy's mum is innocent, fully innocent.
Oh
right?
no.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Would you want to know something that's going to make the whole thing with him kissing his mom and him taking her to the strip clubs is going to help when I tell you this?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
She's 83.
Shut up.
Yes. And the IV that they're on, there's 2 or 3 places around here that actually do that. They're vitamin drips, so that is actually fairly normal. I've seen that before.
I'm sorry. I've partied pretty hard in my life. And I mean, don't get me wrong.
That's what they do after they're partying, after their freak off stuff. That's what they do to rehydrate because they've gone so many hours without stopping or whatever. They have to get these IV drips.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'm just saying they actually have places that do that where you could go sit down and get a massage and get an IV drip with vitamin B12 and other vitamin C and all that too. So that's not as irregular as mom being 83 and him taking her to the strip club.
Yeah, no, I get you. I think I completely agree. It's not unnormal for like IV vitamin drips and healthcare and all this kind of stuff, but it's the way that he has publicly stated, and I'm just quoting him. So he sealed his own fate here, Shane. You know, we've partied so hard that we need to have drips to recuperate. Now, whether it's dehydration, whether it's vitamins, whether it's just what people in Beverly Hills do, but nobody really talks about it. I don't know. So it's one of those, but it's one of those quotes that Diddy's made that him saying it is the reason we're kind of bringing it in here, because we have to assume, right, that if this is something he does after his Diddy parties, that this is a scenario where they're both recuperating. I will say, if this is an 83-year-old woman in this picture, like she is looking all right for 83, no? I mean, that's pretty shocking to find out. Like,
vitamin drips have done their job, haven't they?
Yeah, hell yeah. How are you on this fine Monday, Letitia?
I'm doing great. You guys are on hot topic. I'm telling you, this is good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I please, all the gods, let Diddy live. Let it be a long trial. Please bring lots of witnesses in. Drag it out for years. That's all we ask. That's all we ask, okay? And a lot of willing expert witnesses who want to come forward and talk on podcasts. That would be.
Now, Ron, look at Letitia's nails. Do that again, Letitia. He didn't see them.
Oh yeah, no, I've already busted her chops about this. Okay, I've already
That was
busted her chops. Yeah, we know. Like we're covering Diddy, where people with white nails are being called out as being members of Diddy's parties.
Yeah.
And Letitia's like, yeah, nah, sorry, mate.
No,
taking
Diddy, not going to your party. What
taking
about
back
the
the
kiss on the lips and the
Oh.
white nail polish and the? What did she say? She can get down on her hands flat.
No,
She
she
can bend
didn't say
over.
it. Her son did.
Her son did, yeah. Her son did.
Wow.
She can twerk it for Diddy.
Twerking for Diddy at the strip club.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Mom Duke's throwing down. Get it, Mom.
At 80
I
years
swear.
old.
I'm
That is-
fascinated by the kind of man that can go to a strip club with his mum and just have that be a normal thing. Like that fascinates me.
Yeah.
Like
I'll take my
not
mom
being-
as long as she's buying drinks.
Now I'll go have a drink with my mom. But
savage. It's just madness.
It's
It's just
crazy,
madness.
though.
It's just a madness.
It's crazy.
It's a madness.
yeah, so she came out and said that her son is not a beast.
Yeah, he's not a monster. He's not a monster.
He's not a monster.
Yeah.
On you go, Queenie.
One of the craziest thing that showed me that this man has no love for anyone. You know, he put his mom house up in that 50 million whatever as well.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, all bets are off.
Yes.
He doesn't care. He's
Yes.
trying to save his ASS.
Yes.
Yeah, well.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that should have been like leave the mom's house alone, but
Yeah.
he's scared. I think he's scared, according to a psychic. He's not eating.
Well,
he's scratching himself.
Well,
Yeah.
He needs to go and reap every seed that he's sown. He shall be reaping them now.
Yeah. It's wild, man. Like
It
this
is.
case, this whole situation. I mean, the fact that he's still alive is just incredible. Like,
Because it's all a distraction. They're
Still
not going. If
new.
they're going to take him out, it's going to be much closer to the 5th of November. If any taken out is going to happen.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It's wild.
Look at this kiss.
It didn't like he slapped the tongue across her. I mean, it's just a little peck on the lips.
Yeah, you're right, Shane. It wasn't like he pulled out the tongue.
I mean,
Wait,
if you have
whoa,
a delay and you hang there for a couple seconds, that's wrong. But yeah, you peck it on the
Play,
lips. That's
play the thing, Ron. Let it
Yeah,
play.
I'm with you, Queenie.
Play it,
I'm gonna
play
play.
it,
I'm gonna play the thing.
Let
gonna
that
play it
play.
real
Let it rip.
I'm gonna, right? So let's just imagine, Shane, this is you and your mum. Okay.
Loving you,
So
Queenie.
Shane is just making a nice little video with his mum, and this is a normal everyday thing, right? Where your mum looks at you deep into your eyes and starts blowing some little air kisses.
I love you.
Love you too.
Oh.
Oh my God, Nixie, what? Are you all right? Sean's been busting it, man. Like I just do the daily stuff. Sean is here all day, every day, man. He's smashing it. I don't know. You're just passing through me. But I mean, come on. No,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
not a
peck.
big pucker kiss. Look at these lips. Look at that. That is full on.
Yeah.
That
That's
is-
that's a pucker kiss. Jeez,
Dude.
I'm going back and forth.
Dude, I
Listen.
cannot sign off on that, Shane. I could not sign off on that at all.
No.
there's no hover.
Look
If
at
you
her
hover, then
lips.
it's wrong.
Nah, there is more than enough room. There is
Few
more than enough
seconds,
room.
that tongue would have came out.
Yeah, I'm just saying. All I'm saying, right, is there's enough room for her head to turn this way and his head to turn this way, and for it to be like
And right on the cheek.
an appropriate. I'm just going to give my mum. If you're willing to do that on a live stream, right, and then you come out with my mum can bend over and put her hands flat on the ground, I'm calling some suspiciousness. Okay, there's some
Bro,
susness.
you've never seen Angelina Jolie and her brother. You need to look those two up. You want to see a
Those
family
are
kiss,
some
it's
sick
gross.
people. Those are some sick.
know what
No,
I'm talking about,
Shane,
Queenie?
come on.
They're bad.
Oh my God, Shane, you're bringing up some sick people.
All right,
Those
okay,
people
what was-
walk around with vials. Those people walk around with vials of that red stuff around their necks.
Oh God.
Listen,
Oh man,
Twilight
I feel
bitches.
like bringing up the painting of Prince, a print of King Charles, just to throw that
Oh
one in
no,
for
please
With the
don't.
red.
to lose your fucking mind. No, who did you say? Angelina Jolie and her brother?
Yes.
Yeah, her brother and him. There's a whole bunch of, and this is like on red carpet events and everything. Over the
Yes.
shoulder kisses, eyes
Yeah.
closed and everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
why does Angelina Jolie's brother look like the child in every movie about a billionaire's child who turns out to be an absolute psychopath? That is
Yeah,
the
that's
face
Because
probably
of a
true.
man.
that's what they are underneath the quiet.
Oh, no, what? I am
They look like
the
twins.
murderous robot. Let me kiss my sister. I love her. Let me kiss her. No, man. Nah. Look at that smooch. Look at the lip gap there. That there's a wee bit of tongue about to come out there. It's a wee.
We know the love is there.
I'm just saying, man. I see what's going on here. I'm watching you.
She looks good to me,
Listen,
80s.
if we should ever go back and look at few stuff, we will be so repulsed now to know what was really going on. I can't even look at few people anymore. I'm disgusted just by even seeing a photo of them. I'm like, oh my God, like,
Well, now King
no.
Penguin's got a good point. Just imagine what's been on Diddy's lips all these years. Well, you can imagine his mom just kissed. Come here, Usher. Hello, Usher. Hello, maid. Or
Oh man,
There was a new video that
little
came
bit of
out with
Tupac.
Usher.
Oh my Lord!
this
Come here,
is
LeBron.
This is escalated.
Oh my God.
Ron, there was
That's
another video that
crazy.
came out on Sean Atwood's show showing that Puff Daddy or whatever, Sean, was threatening Bieber, saying, man, you can't talk about what happened at our, when you're with us. That's secret. Did you see that?
I didn't see that one, no. But if anyone can get the link
I
on Discord,
haven't really been watching most of the stuff because
I'll see if I can get it.
to be very honest with you, I can't watch any of the Bieber stuff. It triggers me. It triggers me. I'm not gonna lie. It triggers me really. I just want to go wherever he is and just do stuff to him just for Bieber. I'm triggered.
One of our community members, Emily, she's posted something on Facebook that's something to do with Justin Bieber. Maybe that's it. But we will get in.
Okay.
We will get into the Discord news and things that people have been posting as well. So don't worry. I do appreciate it.
The sad thing with Bieber is that we all kind of knew him as the child star who was molded, who was formed into a teenage star, and then got into a lot of trouble. He got into drugs and did everything that every teenager does with money. And all to come to find out, it was all because of Diddy. Diddy was pushing him. Diddy was grooming him.
Yeah.
And now that you see him as an adult, the man walks around 24/7, married to a beautiful woman, got a kid on the way. He's worth a couple $100 million, and he looks like he's ready to die every day he steps foot outside, and it's freaking horrible.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Shane, that's the narrative they've been telling us to believe all these years about these young, famous kids.
When he went through as a teenager.
That's what they want us to believe about all these young actors, that they've gone off the rail when they're the ones who did stuff to them and pushed them over the edge, and make us believe that, oh my God, because they're so rich, it's gone to their heads. They're out of control. Where's their parents? Well, where's the bloody parents for real?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that they wave money at the parents, and the parents are trusting these people because they're quote unquote superstars. They're in the eye of the public, so nothing will happen.
But Shane, that's exactly it.
Those are not parents. I trust no one on my kids. Trust me, like literally no one.
No, I was just saying why they were doing it. I agree with you. I'm just saying that's why they did do it, because they were thinking that probably that their kids were safe with the superstar. You know what I mean? And then they were getting money thrown at them, so they just went, "Oh yeah, you'll be fine."
It's the illusion. It's the illusion, Shane, that those famous people have more to lose than they do. So, if anything went wrong, they'd have more to lose than us, and that's the illusion that gives. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that parents should be doing this by any means, but I think when you have parents that are on the side of could be convinced to do that, that's one of the tools that are used to push them over the edge, if that makes sense. That makes sense.
To me, if you can lock a parent up for a parent or for a child unlocking a gun and taking it to a school and doing damage, then you should be able to lock up a parent for letting their kids go with somebody and get hurt and groomed and torn down like
most
Bieber
definitely. Most definitely, I agree, and I would endorse that. That would be endorsement from me.
I mean, you're placing them in the hands of a monster willingly, just because it may make you popular, it may make you money, it'll make your kid money, but all in all, you're killing your own child.
I mean, I completely agree with you. It's just from a practicality point of view, how do you even start forming that as a law? You see what I mean? Right. So I just want to say thank you to Lisa B. I'm sure there's more people that I need to be thanking for sending this over. But thank you to everyone who has done that. So let's have a little watch of this. Diddy warns Justin Bieber not to talk about things. I believe you said that Sean covered this, so apologies if you've already seen this.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
It's more than that. It's a little bit more.
I mean, there probably is a longer version than that.
Okay.
But you can totally see what I get the point you're trying to make, right? I mean, the underlying tones. It's like when you watch back every single interview with Jimmy Savile, right? After you know what you know, and everything kind of comes forth in a different light. But on the topic of that, here's another one for you. Rosie O'Doyle in 25 years ago. 25 years ago, Rosie O'Doyle said this about P. Diddy.
Oh, 5 to 10.
Multiple Grammy nominees this year. Lauryn Hill's got 4, TLC's got 8, and Sean Combs 5 to 10. Ryan, he can really sing. Oops!
See O'Donnell's.
Just, it's all of these.
No. Look at Lisa's face when she said sing. Just look at the Left Eye Lopez when she said that. Look.
Hang on, I think Letitia's just sent me a link to the stream that Sean did. I'm just looking for the video here.
This is not as visible as the one we did see, but it does go into a little bit more detail.
Yeah, I think I'll try and find it. But the point, I think everyone the main
it's
point.
30 minutes in, 30 seconds in.
30 seconds in.
30 to 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay. Good find, Letitia. All right. So
kind of treatment here that we're seeing.
This is some meta streaming that we're doing here right now. Do you know what I mean? We're streaming Sean, streaming this, streaming that, streaming this the other day. Okay.
For a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Oh, apparently not. Something, everything ain't for everybody. The Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother.
He know better.
He does know more.
Oh, apparently not. Something, everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, when we're at that peak of the Diddy ego, right? When we're at the peak of Diddy's invincibility, that's all it would take, right? Because if you're that terrified and that deep in that Diddy world, you know what these subtle references mean, and you know what these subtle references can have consequences if you don't fall in line. It's a very interesting clip, I have to say. Just ever more shocking strings attached to this whole Diddy case. But Letitia, you were kind of the last one to arrive. What is your full take on Diddy's mum, her coming out, all of the kissing, the bending over? Where does your head take you to that?
I agree with Queenie on this when she said that, or Shane, that she's a mom, so she's supposed to come out and defend her son. But
Sure.
I believe she knew. You know, you can't tell me that she didn't know that her son was going around with these parties. I just think, especially with this video, it just tells me a story that mom knew, mom didn't care, and they're both freaks.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Just
Shane,
hang on one
Shane. Yeah.
No, just saying that, like with that, and to tie on to what Letitia's saying, what I was talking about as far as her being a mom, but you got to think too is what he's done for her is the life they lived when they were growing up. If they were poor, they had nothing, they were abused. You know, she's probably going to let some things slide. That's his lifestyle because he's padding her pockets and buying her mansions.
Right.
Could be.
She might be. There might be a certain level of acceptance where she just turns a blind eye to his.
So that's from the narrative where she's aware of it but not involved in it. If that's
exactly, I think she knows what's going on. He has his little parties, and she may have an idea or may not know everything, but knows enough, and just is going to be there for him because without him, the money train stops.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen.
Okay.
Speaking of things stopping for a moment, let's stop this. Let's just all stop with the stream for a second, right? Tonight we have got Tony Busby coming on, the lawyer representing 120 of Diddy's victims. Let's all 1,300 of us on YouTube. Let's just go to the link I'm posting right now. Click on that link and let's go and like that stream. And let's see if we can get 200, 300, 400, 500 likes on it before the stream starts so that YouTube pushes it out. Okay. It's free. Let's do it now. Okay. You can all come back to the stream afterwards, but let's just all go and do that because.
Say that once more time, Ron. Are you saying the lawyer is going to be on the show?
Oh, you heard me right, Letitia.
Wow,
Tony
that's
Busby
awesome.
live. Oh yeah. That is just the level of flavor that is being brought to you by the Atwood team. It is a spicy meatball. Yeah. As we say in Scotland, my arse fell out this morning when I seen that. Right, like seriously, I was like,
that's epic.
Right, nice. Please, again, just take a second. Go take a second. I'm going to post a link again for those who didn't want to do it, but now you're seeing people say that they've done it. That you'll go and do it now because you'll follow the group.
I'm doing it.
Okay,
right
so let's
now.
just go and get those likes up because I mean, let's be honest, this is a fatty. Like this is one of those steaks that you want to season nice. All right, you want to leave it to rest once you've cooked it, right? You know what I'm saying? You're hand picking the sides to make that just so it all looks beautiful. So I really do appreciate it. And let's just push this bad boy out. But before we get to that, we are doing this. And Letitia, I feel like you were wanting to say something before I rudely cut you off with my shameless.
No, I think it was Queenie.
Yeah, Queenie, sorry. Yes, sorry. God damn it. Jeez, I can't do my job today. Queenie, carry on.
What was I gonna say? Oh, the point that Shane said, not everyone that comes from the project are poor. They're probably not able to buy a big house in affluent area, but I don't think Diddy was poor or anything. As I said, they were involved in some serious moving of products. Hence why I think his dad passed away. He was a little kingpin. Apparently, I'm not 100% sure. These things
Okay.
are out there in the media land. It's in the media land. So he's used to a certain type of lifestyle.
Sure.
This boy's been driving nice cars and stuff, even when he went off to college. So yeah, and he's
Yeah, I
always
didn't
keeping
know. It was just
parties
a
and
guess.
stuff like that. So,
Yeah,
but
wait, that's
the
his
the,
mum.
the, the abuse bits, the abuse.
But not on this level, not on the level that she's used to living now.
Okay, here's another one for you then, right?
Oh no.
Okay, so if we've got Diddy kissing his mum, we've got Diddy going to strippers with his mum, we've got this interesting relationship with Diddy, right? With his mum. And we also have Diddy's son, who was up for court charges for allegedly forcing himself upon a member of the crew on a yacht, who was there for, maybe it wasn't a member of the crew. I think it was a member of the crew. Don't quote me on that, but it was definitely a woman on the yacht.
She was she was like a spin, she was like a cocktail waitress or something like that.
Yeah. So do you not think it's a bit weird that the charges are almost identical to his father's, right? And when we apply the rather sad but often true algorithm of hurt people, abusers can be bred by abusive parents, and it's who you surround yourself, birds of a feather flock together effectively, we start seeing a very, very, very distinctive pattern. So do you feel like this is just the family lineage passed from mother to son, from father to son? And before you guys answer that, I want you to keep that in your heads. But before you guys answer that, we're just going to take a little look at how did he present the rest of his family. Okay, now keep in mind this is his daughter's 16th birthday.
Hey, turn up, girls. It's your sweet 16. Now, if anyone knows how to throw a party, it's Diddy.
I want to get it right.
And he showed out.
What is this outfit? What are these outfits? Letitia, you're muted.
Wait a minute. Is that she don't have no clothes?
I don't know what these are minors, okay? Like in the UK at 16 you can join the freaking army, okay? If you're 16 and join the army and you're defending your country, you wear whatever the hell you like. But all I'm saying is the culture in America is very much like if you're 16 you are a minor, okay? And from what I can see here is inappropriate.
That is so inappropriate.
One of the child I think is Delilah. I think one of the girls are called Delilah. I don't remember what the other one's called. That alone tells me something from day one.
Wait, I'm sorry. Her name's Delilah, so that already tells you something.
Yeah, from day one, tell you this were
that's something you wear in the bedroom.
All right, Letitia. I'm saying, all right.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, Queenie, you're breaking up a little bit. Letitia, is Queenie breaking up for you, or is it just me?
A little bit. She's breaking up a little bit.
Just go back to the start of what you were saying, Queenie, because you went Robo Queenie. Queenie.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think the phone's melting. Yeah, Queenie's phone can't handle the truth, and the more truth Queenie speaks, the more it just starts to melt every single day.
Around the neck. That is the most inappropriate outfit for a 16-year-old.
It's just a bit mad.
It is just.
And there's the cutouts as well.
Even an 18-year-old. I mean, to wear that outside, come on.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I kind of feel like the theme is like Tron. Like, do you know that movie Tron?
Yeah, but
even there was no sexy outfits in Tron, but they all had this like glowing outline and stuff. So we've got 16-year-old girls, right, who, in my opinion, are being paraded around in highly inappropriate ensembles. Okay, now I'm just saying, right? This is the sort of crap you catch your 16-year-old wearing and then ground their ass for. Not the sort of thing that you provide for your 16-year-old for their sweet 16th. Call me old-fashioned, all right? Call me a fuddy-duddy. Call me out of touch, okay? Say that I'm restricting my child's growth and independence. Say that all you want, right? But, you know, nah. It's just a tad over the edge for me.
Yeah. This is way too much. You got your boobs outlined. You got, you know, it's too much.
That's Balenciaga's fall special.
It's the Tron Disney and Balenciaga Halloween collab. Is that what you're saying? This is this year's burning hot fancy dress outfit from Balenciaga and Tron. It's just
there is nothing cute or nothing nice about those outfits at all.
See, this is a bit more appropriate. That's the sort of shit that I'd be putting on my daughters. Though that's the sort of bow that dad's putting on your dress before you go out right there. Oh, you're going out, are you? Quick, let dad just put a brooch on. Wallop. Massive meter wide bow that covers the whole chest. I'm all for this. This gets 10 out of 10 here. So what do you think about this? I feel like this is less like
it's a little short to me.
It's a little short. It's a little short. But I'm just trying to see if there's like a repeating pattern of high levels of inappropriateness, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. I'm so glad I had a son.
Yeah, I was, listen, man, like, you don't know the nightmares. You don't know the nightmares. Like, I met my eldest daughter's new boyfriend over the internet for the first time the other day, and he survived well. I'll give him 10 out of 10 for his ability to just sit there and be judged. So 10 out of 10. He hasn't ran off yet. So
look, you guys want to hear a little American story, the 30-second version?
Of course.
My closest uncle and has a daughter that's 3 years younger than I am, and she's really nice looking gal. And again, she's almost 50 now. Yeah. Blonde hair, blue eyes, was really pretty cheerleader, you know, and I played football in high school. So long story short, you know, I was a big guy. And when she turned 16, my uncle called and said, look, your cousin's got a date tonight, and I want you to go. I went, excuse me? And he said, I want you to drive because they're going to the movies. I said, okay, someone drop them off. He says, no. She's bringing a friend for you. You're going to babysit. So I literally did for the whole summer that my cousin started dating. Probably 75% of the dates she went on, I was her chaperone.
That's awesome.
Yep, how protective he was of her. And she ended up going in the Army, becoming an MP, and then just retired as a police officer. She was tough. Yep, I went through quite a few of her boyfriends. That some of them I didn't like them from the first get-go, and she got mad at me, but I sent a couple of them home.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I would have sent them all home. I would have sent them all home. I would have just been like, nah. Even the ones I think are good, there's a good chance you're a dick, right? So just nah. Right? And then you lie to her and be like, they've cancelled again. I know, sweetheart, it's so bad. Come on, let's watch a movie. It's okay. You're sitting there going.
Her husband now is one of the ones she actually dated and then lost track with him for 20 years.
Oh wow!
Married him, so.
Oh yeah, as soon as you weren't chaperoning, boom, married 20 years later. That's all. Queenie, good to have you back. I was just saying, sometimes your phone can't handle the level of truth that you're speaking, and
I know, right? I know.
The massive companies that own the world can hear you, and they go, "We got to shut this bitch up real fast." Okay, we got to shut her up now. Okay,
Ron,
now.
I've got days when I send messages on my WhatsApp and it don't get delivered.
Yeah,
I've got time when I share stuff and no one received them.
You've posted something with one of your like many alternate Reddit accounts on Reddit pages for conspiracies and got something right, and now they're coming for you, Queenie. You're gonna be Mel Gibson in the movie Conspiracy Theory, and they're not even going to tell you what you got right. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the annoying thing. They're not even going to tell you. You're just going to get waterboarded until you break, and you know, it's the way it goes for many. It's Queenie. It's the way it goes for many. So, Queenie,
oh my god!
We dropped there. We were all discussing about just how inappropriate the display of the 16-year-old?
Listen, don't. Okay, let me explain this to you guys. Yeah,
I will.
This was their coming out. This was their coming out exhibition. How their sale. This is putting them out for sale.
Queenie pulls no punches in 2024. I can't wait to see 2025 Queenie, right? Because 2024 Queenie has been on fire.
Who is the highest bidder? This was who is the highest bidder?
It did have those vibes, though. It did have.
It does.
On display.
Telling you, this is the highest bidder.
Damn, I mean, it really does have that feel. I'm not going to lie.
Does.
I'm just going to let all of you discuss sort of freely. I'm just going to quickly make a coffee. I've got. Anyone ever had like a little chip in their tooth and had like a little scratchy bit on their tooth?
Yeah,
and as you're talking,
in your gums.
It kind of hacks away at your tooth. So yeah, I'm going to go grab a coffee. I'll be 2 minutes, but I'll be back. But just kind of discuss the point of the daughters, because I think it's important here to sort of paint a picture of the father, the grandmother or mother, the daughters, and the son, because the father and the son have already had some pretty outrageous lawsuits put against them that almost mirror each other. And the women, at the mother at this stage, plus all of the exes, they've all got stories to tell. So are we looking at the next two voices or the next two torch handlers within the Diddy family saga? Discuss. I will be back in 2 minutes.
Well, I want to give it up for the side chat real quick. Hello, side chat. Okay, go ahead, Queenie.
What up, chat?
Sorry.
Yeah, the side chat is on fire. Oh my God. No, for real though. That was no. Yes, on fire.
What is 2025?
You put on the spot. It's like, yo, I just ran.
No, for real though. Those young babies were put on a show. That was a showcase. You know, like when you've got an auction and you're saying, okay, this is the bidding war. Who wants to take the first bite of the apple? Bidding war right here.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, they don't see them as that, like, oh, we see our children. They don't have those children for purposes that we have children. Look at that poor little Jaden Smith boy, how they damaged that child.
That boy's all messed up. That's terrible. And he and Diddy, or he and Bieber were close too. There's an event that shows him coming up behind Bieber and like wrapping his arms around him and kind of humping on him, and he's got a joint in his hand. He tries to hand to Justin.
And they gave a big kiss. They gave each other a big smooch.
Yep.
Oh, we gotta
I was
watch
like,
that.
what the hell's going on?
Wait a minute. Hold on, guys. I got an email from the lawyer's paralegal. Hang on just 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
You saw that video clip?
Pardon?
You saw that, Queenie? I haven't seen
Yes,
that.
I saw the clip. Oh, you haven't seen? I'll see if I've got it on my my X account, because I think I shared it on my X account, but it's probably way down. So I'll look for it and I'll send it to you. I'll send it to Ron so he can share it with you, because you're not in the Discord, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll send it over to Ron and he can let you see it. Yeah, that was horrifying when I saw that.
What are we talking about?
No, I was joking.
Bieber and
I'm sorry.
The Smith boy.
Oh, Will Smith's son. Jaden. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something fishy going on with that family as well.
Oh, wow.
That boy is all messed up, man. He's all messed up.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's Diddy's children's reaction to all of this. Diddy's children denounce hurtful and false conspiracy theories over their mother's death, and of course, the accusations surrounding their father. So they are speaking out, as well as the mother.
They are.
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah. So I mean, Queenie, you're fully on board with. There is no wiggle room here. They are on board. They are part of the legacy. They are, the next in line to the lineage, effectively. Shane, you're sort of in the middle. I feel like you're sort of seeing the actions of the mother as unsurprising.
Shane's just one moment, Ron. Shane's just gonna attend to. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, the lawyer's paralegal was asking me a bunch of questions about the interview today. So
okay. I'm just getting a Discord link for everybody as well. People are asking for Discord links.
Oh, trust me. This is like you're the heir to the throne, and you know your place. So you've got to act a certain way to make your dad or your mom see, oh yeah, I am capable of taking over. I'm capable of running things.
Yeah.
And I can even be more ruthless than you are, if that's the way you want me
It's
to
kind
be.
of like when you watch a TV show or a movie where there's like an evil king and there's the evil son is trying to prove his evilness to the evil dad. It's that sort of metaphor, if you will.
Why don't we have a diddler in the side chat?
You're always gonna get one, mate.
No, his name is the diddler.
Yeah, well, we had the Clintons here for a while as well. We had Bill and Hillary in the side chat for a while.
Sorry about that. I didn't interrupt. It hit me funny.
Right. Okay, so here we go again. How child star Justin Bieber was thrown to the wolves and allowed into Diddy's depraved orbit. Topless parties, a pack of secrecy. Yep, nailed it. And an unsupervised 48 hours. I mean, we all know this story. Here's the interview with that clip that we just watched. Here it is again. Every time I see this Michael Jordan catches me off guard every single time. Like when I'm scrolling, I also have to go back up and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Oh yeah, it's a massive Michael Jordan that just exists there for some reason.
Here comes the
goat. Mate, just out of fucking nowhere though. Of course, these pictures of when Bieber was clearly heavily intoxicated and partying with Diddy looking very much proud of his arm piece, shall we say, metaphorically speaking. What we got, resurfaced video of Diddy being creepy with Bieber over the years. I imagine we'll have seen all this. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. I imagine we'll have seen all this, but we'll let this play. I don't know if we'll need sound. Trigger warning to Queenie, of course.
Yeah,
I think we've seen most of these, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think we're going to see anything new, but I'll let it. Oh man, I just skipped the video. I did just skip the video. Dumbass. I'll let it play through without sound.
Himself up, talking crazy, talking stupid.
Yeah, Diddy
put his own self out there to make people think that people believe that he's done some really raunchy stuff to Bieber.
Yeah,
these videos.
Oh, I mean, 100%. I mean, you have to assume that whether you're into the full-on depths of all possible realms of reality and conspiracy involved in the story, or whether or not you're going with the mainstream, you have to take on board the fact that there is a very, very high possibility of the stories about Bieber being true, about many of the young stars being true. And I know a lot of you, and not so much on the Sean Atwood channel, but certainly a lot of people who we all intermingle with, a lot of this is too much for them to process, and they just think to themselves, well, it can all be true. But in this case, it really is looking a lot like it is all true. And of course, Queenie, we know how you feel about the Bieber situation. I think it was this piece. Let me just play this with sound because I don't think I've.
Oh wow, I didn't see that.
2016.
Look how young he is. Oh, that is wrong. Sean, giving him that.
Oh, here's another one. 2021. Oh, Jesus. That one was rough at the end. I hadn't seen that
was rough.
Holy
I'm like, Queenie. Trigger alert.
Okay, so for those of you who are like, oh, this whole thing is, maybe a bit out of proportion. Okay, when we look at individuals, when we look at groups who have secrets, when all of these reports of abuse, when we have reports of physical and sometimes reports of ending of lives and all the rest of it, we have these stories that link back to ritualistic occurrences, especially with some of the statements and witnesses that have been coming out and then subsequently being removed from the internet for whatever reason. There is a underlying story of a potential big red guy with the horns ritualistic abuse situation, and I think for a lot of people that's hard to take in, but this is something that occurs more often than I think any of us would like to admit. And these reports that come from all around the world, okay, all linked to the big red skinned man with the horns and hello, sorry, we're back, and the ritualistic torture and destruction of people. And for those of you who think that these things are blown out of proportion or do not exist all around the world, they really, really, really do. And it just gives these individuals like Diddy, these Hollywood monsters, their budgets, their false guise of a hierarchy within society is what has protected them for so long. They've got too much to lose. They couldn't possibly be true. All of these things. And then you have the system that's in place to support these monsters that has been in place for decades. I mean, we've discussed Shirley Temple. There's a non-alcoholic cocktail called a Shirley Temple because Shirley Temple hung out in so many places that she shouldn't have, where booze was served. They had to make a drink that was fancy and appropriate for her. And when we look at the actions of Diddy's mother, the way he plays his daughters, the way the crimes allegedly against his son, and a back catalogue of suspicious deletions of tweets, people leaving their jobs, as people staying almost too quiet. There's too much of this now that is wrapped up in truth. I feel like for the first time ever, it's the conspiracies and the far-fetchedness which is on the minimum here. And the realities are what's stacking up and stacking up and stacking up. And that's where I stand on this, because this, I feel, is going to be probably our biggest chance in our lifetime to remove some of the cards in this nasty tower that runs these cabals of abuse, these cabals of torture, control. It's wild. What do you guys think in the side chat? Let us know. And yeah. So
the sad part about this whole entire thing, Ron, I know that the diddler is evil and bad, but the people at the top is the ones we need to root up. So up, we can't get to them, and it's like there is something surround them that is a dark shadow that it's very difficult to get to, but we're working on it. We're praying. And we believe in good, no matter how evil the world seems. We know that there is good in the world, and we have to believe that. That's something we cannot let go of, that we've got good in this world. But we cannot just talk about the diddler. We need to get to the people who control the diddler. They are the ones who propagated all these things for years.
Yeah.
And sat back and watched it too, Queenie, and didn't say anything. Those people like Beyonce and, those people that watched it and knew that it was going on, knowing that he had these parties, knowing that there was victims out there. That's why Beyonce is not doing so good with her followers. Didn't she lose 4 million followers, Ron?
Who? Which one?
Beyonce.
Beyonce. I think she lost a ton. I'll be honest with you. We discovered the other day how much fun it is looking at Beyonce's Instagram comments. So let's just have a look at that right now. Because goddamn, she is getting obliterated. I think she was at 3.
Because she going on with her stuff and act like this ain't happening. Like pretending, like they pretend like, oh, like even Kevin Hart, they asked him a question and he was like, don't ask me that or something like that. Didn't he the other day?
Yeah,
they was asking about Diddy.
Okay. Yeah, see, she's just getting ripped apart. She's actually doing quite well in that one, but this one is Jesus is king. You are never be queen. Taylor Swift is the best. I have to say, I agree with that one. I have to say, I do definitely agree with that one. We've got Devil Mask being removed. We know, and you know, we know. Stop pretending like nothing is happening. Rest in peace, Alaya. Who came to read the comments? We did, my G. We know. All of our 300 million subscribers are from Illuminati gang. Save the children. What dwells in the dark will always come to light. I mean, do you know what I'm saying? Like, she is being torn up.
Yes.
Oh yes, there you are. Interesting. Pretty Kitty is delving deeper into the cabal side of things, and the when we get into realms of worship, there's always rules to follow, and how many of these rules are paid for with your life, shall we say, or your loved ones' lives? You know, it's crazy. It really is. Yeah, see, it's interesting the things that start sticking out, because I always thought, for how famous Jay-Z and Beyonce are, you never really hear or see them ever.
No, only when they get ready to perform.
Yeah, but even then, it's not. It's odd. Do you see what I mean? It's the same with Steven Spielberg. Like, biggest director in the world, some of the biggest movies in the world, has no social media, and if you want to have a fun afternoon, Google what happened to his children who were adopted.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's all we'll say on that one. I think just if you want to ruin your afternoon more, just delve down that one. So yeah, but what else, side chat? Tell us what you think in the side. I think a lot of you push in the sort of religious side of good over evil, and nothing wrong with that. I fully support everyone's religious freedom in the side chat. I'm just having a wee look at what you're all saying. Children are not for sale 100%. She needs to get a washing machine and clean up her act. I do not think anyone's going to argue with you there. But the oaths is another one. So Queenie and Letitia and side chat. Do you think we are looking at one big secret club, or are we looking at lots of different secret clubs? All right. Do you think this is one massive company, or is it lots of small independent businesses running? What do you think it is we're looking at here from the grand picture of the evildoers and how they come together? Do you think it's a massive system or several small ones? What do you think, Queenie, first?
I think it's a massive one. Remember the other day I mentioned the lodge, whatever it's called, and you explained it to me. So then I understood that there is like like you've got, what would I say now? Factions of different stuff, but you've got a big head thing, which I think these shadowy figure that we are not seeing at all, they're the top. And they send out these little ones to get all the people that they need to bring them in. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I agree with her. I think it's a group. I think there's more than one. I'm with you, Ron. I think that these celebrities have secret little groups going around. I don't think it's just. I think they got their own internal secrets that. Illegal stuff that they're running around doing and think that they can get away with because of the power that they hold.
I think there's definitely going to be an element of small time criminality, even like sexual fetishized parties that are done in smaller groups. But I think when we look at the grander story, I think all the top levels of this are completely controlled. I think this is a religious faith. Okay, and I think it's dark and old and ancient, and people like Diddy are the bottom feeders. Okay,
Yeah.
and the people at the top of this, we don't even know the names of, you know.
Thank
And
you. Exactly, Ron.
that's just how I
Exactly.
feel. But that's how I felt for decades. It's not just a Diddy thing. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a big
This is
thing.
this is why I'm saying these people are expendable. Diddy's expendable. Everyone who run around with Diddy, they're expendable. They can just we can get like another 10 million of him or whatever to do our bidding.
Okay.
But we need to figure out the top, and those need to be
Yeah.
extricated.
See, here's Bex. I'm going to give you a gold star for today for just thinking outside the box a little bit. Everyone that's thinking, and you're not wrong when you say satanic or Satanism, right? It's just that's an incredibly modern term. All right, it's been around a couple of thousand years. This goes on longer than that. So it's not a case of ruling out Christian faith or modern religions.
Right.
It's just for me and my perception, I like to look outside the box and into other avenues that are older, darker, and have tried to almost faded away from the common man. And when things fade away from us, but are kept a secret and worshipped over there has to be something to it all. And that doesn't take away from any of our religion. If anything, it puts more reality into the spiritual world and those who have a faith. So don't ever feel like by saying, oh, maybe it's Osiris and not Satan, that removes your credibility as a Christian believer in the Christian faith, and there was no dinosaurs and all this fucking madness and that kind of stuff. Because we touched on the possibility of certain voodoo deities. And also keep in mind as well, when it comes to magic, these individuals will have their own spirits, entities, beings that they've made deals with on a personal level. But those deities and those entities may also serve a greater entity that is the one who you're truly serving, if that makes sense. That makes sense?
I agree. Yeah. That makes
What
sense.
are they called? Familiars? That's the reason why they tend to show us these shows to let us have the thinking in our heads.
No. Like for example, Thor was my familiar, Queenie. So that's why I'm struggling so much, right? And familiars do a lot of things, right? One of the things they do is they act as a shield. That's one of the things that Thor did. He was a shield from all nasty spiritual energies for me. He was also a healing tool. He was a conduit. He was an incredible part of my life. And yeah, but again, Tweenie, you may have heard really nasty stories about familiars and all of this because they exist too.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I was just about to tell you a story that, for example, familiars, like if something is about to happen to you, they would take it on and they would pass away. For example, how your what's it called? Your wee man passed away recently. Maybe that was something out to get you and he took that on him.
Yeah. Listen, man. Like as soon as Thor passed away, a whole bunch of toothache started happening, a whole bunch of madness started happening, a whole bunch of other things started happening. And you can all say, hey, well, maybe it was just due. But for me, there's a bigger meaning to it all. And, it's a lot of, spiritualism, witchcraft, all that kind of stuff. It gets muddled in and get given a bad name. Because a lot of people don't understand it, and rightfully so. There's not a lot of people to go to get a lot of answers from it. But trust me, will and intent and belief have more going for them. There's a reason why society wants you judging everything. It wants you segregated. It wants you questioning everything. It wants you underpaid. It wants you struggling. It wants you not believing in yourself, so that your will and intent are so worn down that even if you say you've got belief in something, there's a good chance that is shadowed in nothing but doubt inside you. And that is a system by design. And you can agree or disagree with me, but that is That is a system of control like no other, convincing you that there is nothing on any other realm that you can tap into for self-guidance, self-improvement. And then every time that someone mentions it, tying it in with Satanism or something that's horrible is the way that these narratives continue. And I will always preach the reality of it all. So I'm just saying. But yeah, well, listen, we're doing good time. We've done almost an hour and a half here. We're sitting at 1200 on YouTube, 450 on the Twitter
Please
sphere.
like the live, everyone. Please like and
Like
share,
live.
like and share, like and share.
Exactly. Right. So
Please
please do
and
that.
thank you.
And do remember, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm completely blown away that this is happening today. I'm so excited.
Me too.
I'm so excited, right?
I can't wait to watch it.
Shaney Boy is also in discussions. Well, I say discussions. I think he got an email back from Jaguar's team as well. So we're hoping we've got some pretty fat fingers that are crossed right now for some pretty big. Shane's what you call our big game fisherman right now.
Yeah, I just actually got an email back from her producer, and he's still waiting for her to hear back back from her on what day she wants to come on. But it sounds like she does want to come on the channel.
Yeah, so
that would be awesome.
Just watch this space because like Shane, like I say, man, every time he goes out fishing, he comes back with a fucking marlin, just over his shoulder, just like a lumberjack, just standing on the harbor like this. Look what I have to feed you, algorithm. Look what I have to feed you. He's brilliant.
There's some dude too. I think his name's Chris Hansen. He does things with like catching people. I think he might be popping on too. I gotta call his producer when we get done today. So
hang on 1 second. Just brag a little bit more about what we've got up and coming for 2 minutes. I've got a phone call.
Okay. Yeah. I tell you, I got laughing because yesterday when Sean was live, he was ready to burst and he wanted to tell everybody that I had talked to. And guess what? His paralegal's name is Letitia. Her name is Letitia. I can't say her last name, but but I didn't realize because I reached out to him through Sean's Instagram channel. And he answered back 10:30 yesterday about, I want to come on the show. Just get up down with Miss Letitia. Because I have to log in out of mine, and I never went back into his because I was trying to get a hold of Jaguar. So when he was like, well, we can't tell anybody unless we confirm it, whatever. Well, it was confirmed, and I didn't have a clue. I didn't find out till like 9 o'clock last night when I finally got an email back from her asking about getting the link to get into the chat room and everything. So I was like, okay, well, I screwed that surprise up. Oh, well. Yeah, I think we're going to have a good time with that. It's just, it's nothing to it. It's just a lot of people like, how do you email? If they answer, they answer. If they don't, they don't. There's not really a whole lot to it, you know?
Oh, okay.
It's just, at least you get that's one thing about being handicapped, stuck in a hospital. I got nothing to do. Sit here and stare out the window. So, you know.
Oh, yeah, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I'm trying. I've got to have surgery. More than likely, I got a tumor on my spine that's could either paralyze me if they take it out or paralyze me if they leave it. But it's not cancer. That's the good part. They did find out it wasn't cancerous. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And again, I mean, one leg already gives way because where I was paralyzed a couple of years ago, the left side doesn't work, and now this is affecting the right side. So you know. And me being as tiny as I am, when you're over 300 pounds and you fall down, things break, and it's usually me. So I don't like to fall, but I do it all the time. So.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, good times. Not mean to depress 1,600 people. No. Sorry, guys, but you know. Everybody's like, who the hell is talking, and why is he talking about horrible things?
Like, you're talking about things
exactly. I was just about to say that. I was just about to say you're doing live. You're live-in.
I tell you, Ron too, you guys, I've known some different sides of him as far as his content creation. Back when he had his own channel and Surviving Life, and when we would do dark web research, and it was all him, we would just have to kind of sort through a lot of the stuff with him, and he would play clips, and we would critique some of his stuff, and that was pretty much the thing we could do the best that helped him. but he's crazy. He's got some wild ideas, and there are things that have been lingering, projects that he's done, that you guys wouldn't believe that he's just got sitting away to bring out at some point in time. And a few of them I've been involved in. But we've got a Polish director, and I won't mention his name, but Ron interviewed him with his interpreter, who was in charge of doing a award-winning movie about child trafficking in other countries. And I can't remember what the movie was called, but I'm going to try to get him to bring that out because that interview was pretty wild. The guy's name is Patrick Vega. He's a director, big time director in Poland. And I got thinking, I said, Julia's in Poland, this guy's in Poland, and he does trafficking stuff. I wonder if there's anything he could help with on her side. Something I got in my little bean of a brain the other night that I've got to talk to Sean and him about too, just to see if it's something that would be even worth approaching,
Well, good idea.
You never know. He could possibly open a few doors that has been closed for her. So
that's what my thoughts were.
Yeah. That's
That's what
quite
my
good.
thoughts were. And again, it was just something that popped up in my head. But I mean, it's again, he's definitely got the means to do it. And I tell you, the neatest one that he did was the interview with Nico. You guys remember when he did that 3-part series with Nico?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nico was pretty cool. I was surprised that didn't take off a little bit more because of what Nico did. But when you end up, taking someone's life and make them into your dinner, that's a pretty amazing and degrading, horrible thing. But it's
I remember
pretty
that.
neat. Neat's not the word for it, I guess. It's
wild,
entwining, I guess, is it gets you entwined in a whole different world. And I've
To
talked
be,
to him,
to be
just
very honest with you, Shane, I think because of how the world is moving now, people is like getting so adept to these things. It's like they're getting immune to it because it's happening
right?
so much. You're seeing so many destructive stuff happening. You're like,
Good
oh my
Lord.
God, again. So it's like you're getting numb to the
Normalizing it.
situation. Yeah. And these things
Well,
not supposed to be normalized because it's not normal.
No, at all.
Well, I tell you, it was funny. The other night, I had a nurse come in to bring my medicine in. And I was on the phone with somebody on speakerphone, and he's an older gentleman, and he heard my nurse say something, and she was an African American lady, and so is he, and all of a sudden he said, "Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?" And she said, "All right, baby," and they were just kind of like talking back and forth. I'm just holding the phone. Well, after he hung up, I told her, I said, "Come back in about 10 minutes when you get done your rounds." And she came back. I said, "Do you know who you were speaking to?" She said, "No, but he was a sweetheart." I said, "His name's Delmas Colvin. He's killed 47 people, and he's locked up in prison for 3 life terms."
Okay.
And she's like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" I said, "Yeah."
He's a very charismatic gentleman, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh
I didn't know you were back.
God.
I forgot to tell you about that. I did that to that nurse because she
Yeah,
every time she comes in
he's
here, I'm on the phone with you guys, and it's like she keeps listening to little bits and pieces when I'm on the phone, and I've given her all the channel names and everything, and she really thought that was cool. So
there's a link for who was asking about Shane's GoFundMe. There's a link in the side chat for everybody. Do you know it's funny
you got
because
a
of all
GoFundMe.
of
I
all the
didn't know that.
killers, of all the killers we've spoken to, I've spoken to, and Shane that you've been involved with as well. He was one of the most charismatic. Like if you met Delmas Colvin in a bar, you wouldn't know you were talking to someone who was crazy, or you're not saying that he is crazy. He just, if you're rude, every person that Delmas Colvin has killed has been someone who's been rude to him. He's one of the few killers that never got up in the morning needing to kill anyone. He just, if you were rude to him, he would strangle you to death and then dump you at the side of the road.
right.
And he will, one of the maddest things I've ever heard in my life was when he was describing the way, the position that he would put a body into so that
The
when it
fetal
went rigor
position.
mortis, it was easier to carry. Like,
But Brian, you
Yeah.
remember too when he was on the phone with his mother, and he was in between unaliving a lady by hand, and he had his mother on one line, and he was choking her with the other, and actually ended up taking her life before the phone call was over with one hand. He said it was the wildest thing you've ever seen. You could do that, and I could watch her eyes, the lights in her eyes go out before
Yeah,
my mama said I
and
love you.
that's when you knew though. It's when he
Wow,
went
it was
from
just that was normal for him.
yeah, but it's when you went from talking about, you know, whatever we were chatting about. When we went from that to you asking a question about his killings, then you realized the minute if he got out tomorrow, oh yeah, the minute if he was to be let out tomorrow, somebody would be dead that day, 100%. Okay, because
wow,
he is not going to change. He's not going to be rehabilitated, and he will go out and someone will piss him off and he will choke them to death. Like I remember one lot lizard, she got choked out because she kept knocking on his door when his cab light was off, and she got away with it 5 times, but on that 6th knock, she got let in the cab, and then that was her dumped like 3 states over.
Oh my.
You know?
Wow.
And he's in bad shape now. He's actually, they moved him to another place, and see where he was at before. They could even do DoorDash. They had food delivery at that one prison. They would take from his commissary money, and the guards. Yep, they would allow DoorDash to certain prisoners on
Is that his thing?
the different different clearance levels of the prison. So, and he had a TV and he had all kinds of stuff. Well, then they moved him for like 2 weeks, and when he got where he went, he was 10 minutes off the bus, and one of the younger guys decided they wanted to steal his boots. He had brand new boots on, and now mind you, Delmas is like 6 foot and over 400 pounds. So he said this kid grabbed him, and Delmas decided to stomp on him and broke his toe. He stomped on him so hard.
Oh,
so just to let you know, just that quick, and he laughed about it like it was just nothing. He said, "This young buck tried to take my boots, and I stomped his head into the ground." I was like, "Oh my god!"
And you got to remember, he's like 6'5" and 300 and odd pounds. Like gravity is on his side in every fight. You know what I'm saying?
He's at another. They moved him again because his health is declining some. Where he had COVID, his breathing's kind of bad, and now he's actually in a medical center. He's no longer in a cell. He's in like a dorm setting, air conditioned now finally. And he told me, he said, "I've got one guy on my left who's got 1 foot in the grave, and the other guy on the right, if he pisses me off, I'm going to put both of his feet in the grave." I said, Jesus. But yeah,
it's just, you know what? He's mad. He is. It's one of the maddest conversations you'll ever have is with an individual like Delmas, because you can sit and talk to Delmas about anything that has nothing to do with Delmas, music, movies. Obviously, he's not going to have much to say because he's in prison, but he's very charismatic and draws you in. It's just, if you met him in a bar, I would go home and maybe, you know, play some Call of Duty. He might go home and kill a hooker. All right, you know, it's just, it's different hobbies. You know what I'm saying?
Well, do you remember in this? But I'll make this one quick. He was married and had a daughter, I believe. Ron, was it a daughter he had?
I can't remember, bro. Honestly.
And he had been on the road, and something happened. It was either winter or his truck broke down, and he had a gentleman who invited him to come because he was at a truck stop. Invited him back to his house to have a meal, to get a shower, and to watch some football. So he did that. And I'll shorten the story, but once he got back home, he's sitting with his wife and his daughter, let's say daughter, and his wife was really worried. And he said, "What are you worried about?" She said, "You don't know. He could have been a serial killer."
Yeah. But there's the thing. Here's the thing. There's serial killers out there that would have taken the opportunity to take that man and his family's life. Do you see what I'm saying? Right. And it was, and I'm in no way defending Delmas Colvin's actions, but from an analytical and data point of view, he's one of the most fascinating individuals that I've ever had the chance to speak to ever.
Yeah, Nicole, he admitted to killing 7 in court because he only he did a plea bargain so they wouldn't put him on death row. And one of the states,
why he didn't. Shane, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I was wondering why he wasn't on death row.
Well, and he pleaded out of that, and then the other states, the reason why he hasn't admitted to killing more because the majority of them lie in states that had the death penalty, so he won't come out with any.
Yeah.
The first time I met Phil,
he want to kill people, but he don't want to. He don't.
Yeah, but here, listen. The reality is, it's probably more like 40 to 70.
Yeah, he said 1 to 2 a year every year for 24 years, and in his best year, he killed 3. He had a streak.
Yeah.
But he said that it wasn't like every day.
No, it was only when he was provoked, and he said too that. Oh shit! I forgot what I was going to say now. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, it's but again, if anyone would like to know more, if you head over to the Project Rook channel, I'll just give myself a little plug here because it's relevant. If you go over to the Project Rook channel and then scroll down, you will get Serial Sundays, and all of the previous serial killer interviews are listed on here.
Todd Colehep was something else too.
Oh man, Todd Colehep was wild.
I know a guy that does drawings with him. He does collaboration drawings where Todd will draw his hand and he'll send them back to Jay. His name is Jason Stauffer. He's on Facebook and he's an artist. And he cuts himself and puts his own blood in these photos when he does blood in the photos of the serial killers. He does some wild art.
Oh, yeah.
But Ron, what somebody did ask earlier, and I actually tagged the message and you didn't see it. What I forgot, and then when you started all this, what does Rook actually stand for? What does it mean?
Well, that's part of the mystery, isn't it?
Okay.
What does it mean? What does it mean? Is it a word that's been invented that if you say it out loud, you are put into a witchy pagan spell by this witchy pagan presenter? No, it is not.
It's like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. Rook, rook, rook.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Ron pops up.
It's many things. It's a kind of bird. It's a chess piece. But statistically, people are drawn to business names with 2 O's in it. And if you look over some of the biggest companies in the world, they have 2 O's in their name. And I built this business name off of personal choice and also massive amounts of branding data. And I came up with Project Rook, and Rook being the main part of the logo.
Point. Yeah, because I remember when you started all that, and we messed around with it together, and that was the one thing that you were very passionate about, picking the name out for it.
And I knew I wanted it to not be spelled properly. Do you know what I mean? So that's why the Q is the K sound in pretty much all of the branding, if that makes sense.
I just wanted to call it the shit show. That would have been more fun, but you know.
Yeah, nah. We're a well-oiled machine, man. We're a well-oiled machine. So yeah. Okay,
I have a lot of questions for this lawyer later.
Good. Get ready. I'm sure everyone has. And just again, just a beautiful segue once again, Lady Letitia. Once again, everyone, Busby live tonight. Can we get over and slap likes on this video? Okay, we're sitting at 106 likes before we go live. Let's just take another minute. Let's see if we can double that. Let's see if we can double that. There's more than enough of you in the side chat right now to make this happen.
Post the link again, Ron.
I'm way ahead of you. Already done. I'm way ahead of you there. So what time for the lawyer? The lawyer is in about 2 hours time. Let me check that. 6:30. So that is 2.5 hours time. And I do believe, is Sean about to go live now, or is that in an hour?
He's going to go live, I think, half an hour before he comes.
Yes, half an hour before. Yeah, with you. Yeah. So that's in about an hour. That's fine. So yeah, we're like I say, we're doing good. And as always, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone pushing over 1,200 on YouTube at the peak of the show today. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming and hanging out. Like I say, the daily news flash has now become Rook Daily or RQDaily. We have a new system in play on the Sean Atwood channel, where if you have a look up in the top right or left hand corner of the thumbnails, you will see Atwood Unleashed, you will see the Atwood podcast, and you will see Project Rook. This will give you an indication of whether or not it is an episode of Atwood Unleashed, which tends to be in Zoom and over the internet, whereas the Atwood main podcast tend to be studio based, and anything with myself in it, you will see Project Rook up in the corner, whether it is a royal mess, the daily Rook show, crime theory, and the possibility of a new show, which I do believe is going to be called Side Rants, because apparently that's what I'm good at, is just going off on side quests that are off topic. So we're just going to capitalize on that. Yeah. So everyone, give yourself a pat on the back. It's Monday. You turned up. You're here. You done your bit for the team. You came, you saw, you algorithmically contributed to this whole mothership and what we bring to the Webernet. So you should be very, very proud of yourself. I just want to say thank you to all my panel members who are here every day and here some days. Thank you so much. You really are. It makes my job a lot better, because no one just wants to turn up and hear me rant for 2 hours, and you all do a fantastic job. So thank you. And of course, the mod team in that side chat, you blue spannery, lovely people that keep us free and safe from the mines and the crazy parts of the interweb. Hats off to all of you. People that support us, people that hate us, people that downvote, people that upvote. You're all part of this wonderful system, and I thank all of you. So listen, make sure you don't forget
something before we go.
Yeah, once I'm finished my rant, Queenie. Let me finish my rant, Queenie. Don't forget about the Busby interview, okay? Because the freaking lawyer.
Yeah, that's.
Do you know what? I'm going to
And,
call this now. This is the start of a new era of Sean Atwood.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, this is the start of it. This one interview is going to snowball into the next freaking chapter. 900K by the end of this year. Oh my fucking God, can we do it? Can we do it, people? 900K this year. Let's push. We got.
I think we can do 1 million by the end of the year.
Okay, sure. Let's see. I'm being up. I'm just saying. I believe we can do it too. But I've been saying that for over a year now. So, let's just get. As soon as we get. If you get us to 900K in the next month, then yeah, let's push for 1 million. But let's just get 900K.
Let Queenie say her thing.
I've been here laughing so hard. For some time now, I've been wanting to respond to something that my cat name is Karen. She wrote in to say if she could introduce her ex, and then she wrote, I don't know if it's a she or a him, say could they introduce to their ex, and then they said it was a joke, and I'm like, oh my God, we were thinking the same thing.
I have no idea what you are talking about. I feel like Queenie just had a conversation with herself.
I think my name Karen would know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, my name is Karen. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, that's fine. It's my name's Karen. Okay.
My cat's name is Karen. He or she, I don't know. They will know what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh my God, I've been here laughing so hard because when he or she said that, I said the exact same thing in my head. Can I introduce him to my ex? Because you guys were talking about that person who, if you upset him or whatever, and then yeah. It was so funny.
Am I expected to freaking know what you're talking about from that explanation, Queenie? Is that explanation you just give meant to anything to me? That was like, so there's a forest, right? And in that forest is a tree.
Listen,
right?
see, she or he know exactly. See, I am a girl, okay? Yeah, she knows exactly what I meant. Yeah, it's okay.
Well, as long as you two know what you're both talking about, I'm happy for the rest of us to be confused. As long as you know, and at least one other person knows what's going on, that I'm fine with that. I will take that as a success. As long as you and one other person know what you're talking about, you're not crazy.
Yes, you were like going on and on and on and on. So I was here just laughing because as soon as someone put the same thing what I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh my God. I'm not crazy.
Yeah. It's like Queenie got a phone call from me last week.
Now, Queenie.
Queenie got a phone call from me last week. I'm like, right, Queenie, I need you to sit here and don't say anything. I'm going to rant about the singer Saya, and we're going to watch some videos, and you're just going to be quiet. And at the end of it, I just want to know I've said all this out loud to someone so that when I try and rephrase it later, I've got someone who knows I'm not crazy. And she did. And God bless her little heart, because not a lot of people can deal with me just sitting going, no, it's a metaphor for transporting people, Queenie. And she did well.
I sit listening to you for 5 years. Just talk.
Yeah, that's true. You're in hospital now, and you're clocked off from having to listen to that shit. You've got enough fucking problems. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say one thing about Ron, and thank you for putting the GoFundMe in there, and I sent it to Sean too to put out in social media. I appreciate that. And you guys, no matter what social media brings to you, and you hear about people, Ron, Sean, or whatever, just know these guys are very stand-up gentlemen. And Ron is one of my dearest and closest friends.
So, you heard it here. Ron's a gentleman. You heard it. You heard it.
And please, guys, go and help with the GoFundMe. And I'm going to make me a GoFundMe too. Okay?
Yes, for Queenie's Kitchen.
Let's all make GoFundMes. Let's all make GoFundMes. Okay, Queenie, Letitia, let's make yours and mine completely selfish. I just want you stuff. right? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
but
my
yeah,
God, that's so funny. It's
And
a funny show
Whack a
today.
Smack asked if you have to be a member to watch the stream. No, you have to
no.
subscribe if it's subscribers only, but if not, then you don't have to pay to watch today's stream. So
Is he watching this stream right? Oh, is he talking about the Busby stream?
yeah,
Not the stream
Yes,
that he's
Nicole,
currently
we
not
all need
paying
a
for and watching.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, listen,
yeah. I've had mine
this
for
is
2
all.
years, but I just updated it because I hadn't updated it since I had all this happen to me. But
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
Queenie,
2
there's a
years
big
is nothing
difference
but
between man lying in hospital paralyzed and woman with kitchen who needs kitchen built. Okay, there's a big
No,
difference,
it's not.
Oh,
right?
Listen,
kitchen
no,
built.
it's not. Run. Let me tell you this, yeah. I don't
I'll share it
listen.
with you, Queenie.
I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, yeah.
You need your kitchen
You
built?
do you know about Vibes Cartel? Yeah, Vibes Cartel. He's a big artist in my country. He was
Okay,
in prison and he's out now. Yeah, he's
okay,
making a massive concert in December,
okay,
a big stage show, and you've got
okay.
people putting up GoFundMe to buy his ticket to go to his shows.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
but
His
yeah,
ticket
but
is
people. Yeah, I get that,
no,
but
no, no.
people are
Listen,
crazy.
his ticket
I
is
get that.
like a $10,000 US. Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I get that, but
How
that's
the hell you
not the
get
sort.
that, but you don't get me one to get me a GoFundMe to replace my kitchen run? How you get that?
I get it,
Listen.
I
Queenie.
just want to say, I'm not in charge of all the GoFundMes that are in the world. Okay, I don't know who has said that if you've got a problem with a GoFundMe, I am their freaking customer service department. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, as far as it goes for putting GoFundMes out there, I think there is a definite distinction between paralyzed man and woman who needs kitchen built. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying there isn't
It's not
dastard.
kitchen built.
I get it, Queenie.
Well, hey,
She's already
last
bought
thing
the
I want
kitchen.
you guys to do
She's
is
already got
put
the
out
kitchen.
there, and I've been meaning to try to say this, is for everybody. We're going to start posting an email that's going to come to me that I will forward on to Ron and Sean if we have any wild content ideas, any guests that you guys think. Now, I don't want to get like Bugs Bunny and shit, you know, but anybody that you guys may think could be a good qualifying lead to a guest, email me, and it's going to be at atwoodunleashedyt@gmail.com. So that's
Okay.
Atwood Unleashed,
Yeah.
and then we'll post it later. But because I want to start getting your guys' ideas too, because a lot of you guys in Queenie and all of our group that hang together, you know, that have been the mods that have been together for a while, have always sent me things, and I end up losing, you know, I delete it by accident or whatever.
Yeah,
Someone
I
starts
would
following up with everything.
sit pretty on that. The how we're going to do things is this isn't the place for that. But the email address that Shane's just put out there for guests, for channel recommendations, all of that for the public, 100%. But I would be honest with you, push the big fish to Shane, right?
Yeah.
The big fish, push them to
That's
Shane.
it.
Smaller creators or people who have got less influence, if you will, or people that are, whether it's paranormal or a whole, you know, all the stuff that we're looking for. In the next couple of days, I'll fire a page. I'm not going to put it up just now. It is live just now. I'll put it up in a day or two where there's multiple channels, but all of the ways to get people on the show will be on a web page for everybody. Shane's contact information and the best people to suggest for him, and then other formats as well that'll just take some of the
Pretty
pressure off.
awesome. Y'all got the lawyer on
That makes
there.
more sense. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah. But when it comes to the community, I'm going to set up a Discord room and a role so that people can't just join and start spamming the rooms. We'll start picking out people. Like, for example, KLG's been posting some absolute bangers, and other community members that have been posting some bangers. We'll get not like researcher or something, like a role in place that allows people a room where stuff isn't going to get lost and all that kind of stuff, because I know exactly what you're saying, Shane. There's so many good ideas that slipped through.
You worded that way better than I did. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. It's just before you know it, all of a sudden you'll have 500 emails that are like, oh man, there's so much to go through here. Whereas if we separate it into big fish and small fish, aces in places, and your aces getting unobtainable guests is your quota, mate. Because you're killing it. You're killing it. But yeah, and don't get me wrong, it doesn't just need to be in the world of Diddy. 90% of it will be, but certainly we've got a whole bunch of other things. We've got a new panel member that's joining me on Wednesday from the States. She is a criminal psychologist and is going to be diving into a lot of the psychology of why people would be staying quiet if they're innocent, if they're guilty. Diving into this. Yeah, see, Letitia, that's what everyone in the side chat just did at home simultaneously.
Who was it? I didn't hear the name. The phone went out. Who was it? What's her name?
Her name's Tess, and you'll all meet her this week. She's
okay.
Very
that's
clever.
Cool. Sorry, my phone dropped out. I missed it.
Quiet.
And I do believe at the start of the stream I got a thumbnail request for Beverly 2. Yep, Beverly the Psychic Part 2. Because I'm telling you now, man, I want to do a show with Beverly, because it's nice to have somebody who makes everything I'm saying not sound like I'm a crazy person who's the only person who says the things that I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's validating. It's validating is the word I'm looking for. So yeah.
We've got some new people viewing for the first time. Hello, newcomers. You're welcome.
Hello. Where are you seeing that? Hang on.
I think it's Trippy or something. The name is. I see.
Did you see what KLG
Let me
said?
go back.
You mean you're going to look at it, Ron?
I believe. Say that again, man.
Hello, newcomers.
KLG said, "You mean you're going to look at it, Ron?"
Yeah, I have been looking at it. I have. I promise. I have.
KLG
Ever since that day, I've been looking. I promise. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm now working it into format.
Oh my God.
I'm working it into
there was
format.
a time that he was so busy that anytime somebody said, "I've sent something to Ron," he would turn around and say, "Just send it to Shane or any of the rest of us," and then we would have to send it to him.
Well, here's the thing.
He had a whole staff.
So unfortunately, the way the internet works is the way that Discord is set up right now. Someone could join my server, upload a Diddy video where 2 minutes into it, somebody whips out their private parts. And if no one's pre-watched that and I put it out on the channel and it catches us off guard because someone whips their schlong out to try and take us down, which is something that happens, it's called prawn bombing. Okay.
Wow.
So what we need is a room where the same way as we've got the members only room for the voice chats that when we come on to the lives, we'll have a room for people that have been pre-selected that, it would be very disappointing if they did something like that. And then because I want to do a lot more reaction stuff as well. People in the community last year and the year before, I used to do some fun streams. We just reacted to some nonsense. So we're going to be doing that as well. That'll probably be happening on my channel because that's comedy based reaction stuff's probably not the vibe for the Atwood channel, but we can all use a little laugh. But listen, we're hitting that 2 hour mark. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for being amazing. Thank you to my team, to the Atwood team, to the panel members, to the mod, to the side chats, to all of you, the lovers, the haters, all that good vibes. Make sure you come and join us on Discord. Make sure you share. Make sure you come and join us for Busby. Make sure you come and join us for Sean Atwood with J-Law, who's apparently just gone a little quiet and is possibly papping herself. Okay. And I imagine every single person.
What's going on with J-Lo?
Well, she used to with Diddy, right? So I'm thinking if she's willing to carry a gun into a nightclub, okay, and are willing to attend these parties, girls probably got some skeletons in her closet. I love Letitia's face every time a celebrity is actually brought out to be a monster because she's like, I don't believe it. But yeah, you're funny, man. You're funny. But we all love you here.
Put the Discord link back in the chat, Ron.
Fucking hell, honestly, it's amazing how much I listen to the authority of the Jamaican tone.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it sound like that.
Listen, I'm not going to piss you off. When it's something as simple
I'll show her how to do it because Queenie, you can do it yourself too. You know that, right?
No.
Stop I don't know. Listen, I don't know. What can I?
Nobody post any links to my Discord. Okay, I need to shut that down. That is not something that we want us to be happening. at all. Matt got a freaking breakdown the other day because there was about 400 links that were being made. He was like, "We need to shut it down." I'm like, "Okay, Mac, we got this. We got this." So yeah.
Yeah, you should have seen the text messages he sent me. I'm like, holy shit, Mac, chill out.
Yeah, Mac's our boy. Mac's our boy. He's under a lot of pressure, right? He's building a whole Halloween haunted house. He's under a lot of pressure right now.
Oh my God.
A lot of pressure. Okay, plus he's a father and a husband. There's a lot going on with that man's world. Okay, so listen, thank you everybody. I love you guys. I will see you. I think I'm back later on at 8 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure what with yet, so it might just be me ranting again. So stay tuned for that.
Are you going to debunk those photos that we were looking at the other day?
Well, we are now. We are now because that's totally what I had planned, Queenie. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Queenie, I'll send you a link and we'll go over that.
You do have the power. Sorry.
We're trying. I would quite like to get to the point where I'm putting out at least 8 to 10 streams a week. I think I'm currently sitting at 6, so we're just trying to up it now. In fact, no, that's a lie.
Okay.
I'm
Y'all
sitting
want
at
to see him that bad 6 times a week? Holy hell.
8. I'm at 8 just now, so up to about 10, I think. Yeah, because the channel's popping, and when it's popping, what do? But we pop some more, and we keep it going. The algorithm,
keep on squeezing, baby. Keep on squeezing.
Listen, man, when the algorithm has you in its favor, you bow to the mighty mercy of the algorithm that it has bestowed.
We never bow.
You.
We never bow.
Oh, listen,
the first night when he hit over
3,000. Algorithm, don't listen to the Jamaican lady. All right, the algorithm. We are all bowing. All right, we all bow to you, algorithm. All right, I'm just saying, don't listen to her. She does not represent us. Okay, algorithm, don't listen to the crazy lady. We love you, and that is it. All right, listen, we'll see you all later on because I'm rambling. All right, see you all later on.
Okay, then. Bye, everyone.
Peace, love, and hair.
Bye.